Hello, boys and girls, it's your boy, King Jiffy Coats, and today we're going to be having another wonderful episode of Haunted Router. It's me, Jeff, and your boy, Ben, and today we're going to be reading two stories from two interesting authors who have not been on the channel yet. First, we have Mythic Melon, and the next we're going to have is Top Gain 2728. Was there numbers after Mythic Melon? No numbers after Mythic Melon. Now, Ben is the one who actually procured these stories for us, so I'm going to let him tell you all the things the authors want us to say, and yeah, do your thing, Ben.
When we get to the top gain stories, because these authors were awesome for letting us read their stuff, I wanted to highlight it now. It will be down here at the bottom or up above our heads or wherever we decide to put this. But Top Gain 2728 on Reddit wanted us to credit their YouTube channel, Resbeer Creepypasta, where they do really cool stuff. I've already subscribed to their channel. So yeah, you should definitely go over there and give them a shout out. And again, always thanks to all of the cool authors that leave us stuff on the Haunted Router subreddit. That's starting to pick up. And the ones that we have to hunt down and wrangle and drag back. We still appreciate you when you say yes.
Well, on the Resbeer thing, is it Resbeer?
Rezbir Creepypasta. And again, that'll be in one of these areas.
I'm subscribed to Resbeer as well. Rezbir Creepypasta. Pretty simple. Looks like he's got quite a few stories, a lot of shorts. Go check out his YouTube. Absolutely, go check out his YouTube. I like anybody who takes time to be as creative as this. But anyways, let's go to Mythic Melon, who had no criteria for us.
Right, yeah, no bar to clear.
Even if I'm not like complaining about Resbeer having stuff for us to take, if you're out there and you want us to read your story, but you want us to like shout out your book or your YouTube channel or whatever, we are happy to do that anytime. We want our love to go your way because you guys are the ones who keep this going for us. And on top of that, make sure to post Haunted Router, r/Haunted Router. We are a free and open place for you to post. We don't have any restrictions, like, at all. I have 0 rules in there. Please don't make me have to put rules. Like, I just really don't want you to make me have to put rules. I think that'd be cringe and ruin my little creative freedom area. I think that would make me sad. So don't make me have to do that.
If we have to crawl out of the slimy, hair-covered nests that we live in, doing our content creation and with our tunnel vision and stuff like that, and we have to come address weird moderation issues over on Reddit, we're gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah. Be nice.
Please don't go kicking at the tires on this thing.
Yeah, dude. I don't wanna read your entire story about like I'm not even like genocide. I don't want to hear your entire genocide of a certain race type story. Don't do that. Because I think that would get me in trouble. I don't know. Unless it works great into the narrative. It works great in the narrative. What am I to say? So, okay, so then I'm back to not moderating. So look at that. Look at me going full circle. But anyways, we're going to get... I get paid to answer phone calls all day, but I am only allowed to listen. That creeps me out. The title scares me.
Yeah, right. The title is already good. We've all heard of odd jobs before. Quirky social media gigs, requests from strangers on the internet. Sometimes legit, mostly illegal. I want to warn you about my latest venture. The premise is simple but confusing. You are paid to answer calls, but you can only listen. If you talk back, if you say anything at all, you're done. Curious? So was I. But before I jump in, I want to set the scene for you. There's a lot of ground to cover, but I promise it'll be worth the wait. Let's start with the call center. There's a certain uneasiness in the building. It's not the lights or the computers or the AC rumbling through the white paneled ceiling. It's deeper than that. A quiet, unnerving buzz. The longer you are here, the easier it gets. But the feeling never quite goes away. It just gets buried. Deeper and deeper into that steel case you call your mind. You'd be surprised how many people there are in this office. It's quiet, but it is silent. Never silent. If you sit still long enough, if you really listen, you can hear them. The voices. The steady rhythm of desperation. Cries, pleas, whispers, screams. They're not loud. Not loud enough to disturb anyone. Just soft enough to make your skin crawl. Like a bad feeling you can't place. They're not coming from the workers. They're pouring out of the phones. The never-ending sea of desperate callers ring in day after day. Every call is different. Every voice is different. But the words, the stories, always the same.
Please.
They say.
I don't know where I am. Something is outside the door. I need help.
But no one responds. No one ever does. 2 cubes down, Martha, that's what I call her,
Doesn't even
is
know her
filling out a
name.
crossword. Yeah, no.
Well, what if her name's like Jan? He's like, hey Martha. My name's Jan. My name is Jan. Shut up, Martha, you stupid bitch. God, you're such a whore. I heard what you did from Jim with accounting. He won't talk about the grapefruit. He's like, I heard what you did with the grapefruit. We all know about the grapefruit, Martha.
Let's see. She's filling out her crossword. She taps her acrylic nails against her desk, like she's typing away at an invisible keyboard. Then there is Debbie. Again, not her name. Dude, this guy's a fucking
Well,
narcissist.
okay, I think he's doing that to, like, cover it for the story, not the using the
Yeah,
real
yeah,
names. But I do like to think that he just doesn't care about their names. He just thinks they're all
That is a really funny way of looking at it. Like, they even have name tags and stuff on, and, like...
Hey, Deborah! Hey, Deborah! Get your sweet ass over here. Daddy's got to give you a little spanking, girl. Hey, Debbie! Oh, Debbie gonna get a good old ass, yeah.
Debbie from the block.
And her name is, she's like, Janice. My name is Janice. Oh, no, I'll spank it into you, Deborah. I'll spank that Janice name right out of you.
He's like, I'm Martha. And he's like, no, that's Martha over there.
Martha's the grapefruit lady. She's got acrylic nails and everything.
She's a grapefruit lady. The one with the poop scoopers. So this isn't Debbie's name, but she seems like a Debbie. She is tall, brunette, and eating the same cheap parfait she brings in every day. I think it's strawberry flavored. Nobody talks here. Not out loud. Not unless they still want to work here. We don't wear name tags.
Yeah.
We don't introduce ourselves. We don't even wear our own faces. Everyone's assigned a mask. Not the sanitary kind. Not the Halloween kind either. They're corporate. Sleek, smooth, almost artistic. This is a fucking nightmare manifest. This is a nightmare office manifest.
I love those faces that are all like kind of like geoded. They're like geoded and like flat. What was the movie with what was the movie with the thing? The thing where they were purging the Purge.
The guy?
The Purge.
Oh.
Remember the Purge with their stupid masks that everybody was wearing for like weeks? It was all like, and that and what was the other one?
I
V
think
for
in that
Vendetta.
movie, Hush. And V for Vendetta, he's got like the human mask basically.
Well,
on, like,
it's
the
Guy
Fawkes or
Fawkes.
whatever.
It's Guy Fawkes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot.
I love that movie, but I don't like that everything he says starts with a V. That is so obnoxious in that part. I can't stand that.
You didn't like
speech
that?
he gives.
I love that
Nope.
speech.
No,
I love that
didn't.
speech.
It's all so short. And I'm an alliterative guy, and I was like, this is just like listening to Busta Rhymes or something like that.
I thought it was
It's
cool.
way too alliterative.
I thought it was cool.
They had,
I thought it
like,
was a
Lil
great
Wayne write
introduction. Bro's like, how many V words do you know? He was like, let's count them.
You know, that's how it comes across.
1, go.
Just
2.
text my gangster. So sleek, smooth, almost artistic masks. I would describe it as a masquerade style mask, without the usual glitter and tassels. They start just below the forehead and stop just above the mouth. They say it's part of the experiment. What experiment? Nobody really knows. That's kind of the whole point. We're not here to understand. We're here to follow instructions. Answer the call. Don't say anything. Let them speak. Let them scream. Let them beg. Just sit there with the phone pressed to your ear and listen until the line goes dead. That's it. That's the job. It seems cheap. Gimmicky almost. Like we're a part of the latest reality TV series where cameramen are hiding in bushes with ulterior motives. I thought the same at first. But if there is something that doesn't lie, it's money. And lots of it. That's why I'm here. I'm Ariana, 19 years old. College dropout. Don't I sound like a 19-year-old girl? A few semesters in,
I'm
and I
not gonna
quit.
lie, Ben. You got a 19-year-old girl written all over your face. Like, Oh my god, I'm Ben. Did you see me cover that game and how I went into autistic detail about the menus? That is what 19-year-old
History
girls
is like a
like.
narrative.
You're like,
Shane and Lynch 2's camera is like bananas.
I'm a 19-year-old girl who also likes World War II. Look how different I am.
A few semesters in, then I quit. She's a smoker, that's what it is. Way too much debt, too little hope. Credit cards stacked like a tower ready to fall. I spent weeks scouring every corner of the internet for something, anything that could get me back on my feet, even if just for a while. That's when Mabel introduced me to her profession. Mabel was unique, always dressed sharp, nice car, good career, Chanel bag casually tossed over her shoulder. A very independent woman. She lived in the city, paid her own bills, and did whatever the hell she wanted to. She was fun, serious, and motivating all at once. We have been friends for a while now, but she always kept me at arm's length. Sure, that's not a friend. Sure, we would go out and have a nice time together, bond over past relationships and mutual interests, but there was something mysterious about her. She never really talked about her work. I assumed it was drugs or some kind of shady side hustle.
She works
It wasn't
for
like
Andrew
her to
Tate.
keep. Yeah, like this is her friend that she doesn't know what she does for a living, which is like the first question anyone asks you in this culture.
Why is there the name Andrew Tate on your thigh? We don't talk about that.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's an AT branded right between her eyebrows.
What is
Cattle.
what is this? What do you do for a living? Oh, my boyfriend runs a call center. Tell me,
Chat service.
tell me this isn't kind of sounding like Andrew
This is starting to
Tate.
kind of sound like
Dude.
this is
What color
this
is
is
your
just like a
bigotti?
Black Mirror Andrew Tate. Yeah.
What color is your bigotti, bitch? The Matrix has got me. It's not the fact
That's
that
what it
I
is.
beat women. It's the fact that the Matrix has got me.
That's what he's doing. He's just forcing these people to listen to the Matrix all day long until they break out of it. While he just hands them piles of money and sees what it's just to watch what they do with it. That would be a
Moist.
cool experiment.
Oi, beast!
Based, indeed. But when she saw how down on my luck I was, she took pity, handed me a business card, and then, just as quickly, told me she never gave me that card.
If anyone asks you, I did not give you that card. You don't know Mabel, and Mabel don't know you.
She said sharply. Apparently, that was against the company's rules. Nobody can know anyone else who works here. I was confused but curious. I called the number. A voice answered. Cold, mysterious. They asked me 2 questions.
Oi, do you break under pressure? Do you know anyone else who works here?
Are you doing fucking Tate?
No, I did Statham. I did Statham to not do Tate.
Statham, but I went British for a reason,
Okay,
though.
okay. Maybe there was an influence because I was thinking about the colors of my Bugatti. Maybe because of my Bugatti parked out front, I thought I would do a little bit of Tate. But then I was like, this is a working man. This is a working man.
We
You
never
know who
thank
else
the
works?
audience for our Bugattis.
Yeah.
Thank you, audience, for
Yeah.
our Bugattis.
What color is your fucking Bugatti, you pussy? Sign up for my reading list.
Gonna no sleep you out of the Matrix, motherfuckers. I said no and no. That was it. No background check, no references. Didn't even ask to see the resume I carefully prepared for the occasion. They gave me an address and a time. Simple as that. Alright, this is
I
The
like this.
onboarding was
I like
this-
this a lot.
Oh, I do
Especially,
too. Yeah, this is cool.
especially with Jason Statham, Andrew Tate, like sitting in his chair smoking cigars.
I'm a beekeeper. Did you know I'm a fucking beekeeper with the Bugatti?
I love it. It's pure cinema.
I always think of all of these stories that we read as like adaptations in my head as I'm reading through them, and I see this one with like the Matrix like cinematography, like really cold atmospheres. Everybody's like dressed super professionally and stuff like that, and like just like drones walking around.
Yeah.
But then when she's gonna get into the call center and everything's all masked up and dark and shit, that's when like the human side's gonna come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a very inhuman process. Her friend
Oh, absolutely.
even isn't really a friend, and it's the only person that we know that our narrator knows.
Yeah, dude.
The
Oh,
onboarding-
she is definitely getting pimped out to Andrew Tate. So
Yeah, it's about to be bad. The onboarding was just as strange as everything else. You'd think I was signing up for some military program or a secret government project. Everyone was tight-lipped. No smiling. No small talk. Just about to get sent to the chasm. This is where you either get sent to the call center or the chasm.
Absolutely, dude.
The rules were simple and unsettling.
Number 1, arrive at the building exactly when your shift starts. Not a minute earlier or not a minute late. Number 2, keep your mask on the entire time. No exceptions. Number 3, don't identify yourself. Don't try to identify yourself or anybody else. Number 4, do not respond or speak to the caller on the other end of the line.
There we go.
It felt odd, to say the least. But I kept telling myself it was just one big experiment. They're paying for data, not for us to help anyone. We're not really answering calls. We're the product, being fed to someone or something higher up the chain. This is what the assessors say, at least. Assessors are basically glorified managers. People with a flashy degree and people skills that tell you the voices aren't real. But the people on the other end aren't people at all. They're artificial, synthetic, part of the test, and nothing more.
Simulations.
They say.
You're not hurting anyone. It's about resilience, exposure therapy, mental strength.
They're breaking them out of the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, buddy. I don't know what they are. I refuse to believe they are people. It wouldn't make sense. But they don't act like simulations either. They don't sound fake. They sob. They stutter. They beg for their kids. They talk about the thing outside the closet, or the eyes under the bed, or monster outside the window. You sit there. You listen. You grip your pen tighter and tighter until the call drops out, or the screaming stops, or there's that awful, sudden silence like something just grabbed the person out of existence. Then you breathe. You clear your throat, and the phone rings again. You pick it up. I've been here 8 months now. Not long, but long enough to know the rhythm. This job isn't about smarts or motivation. It's about routine, muscle memory. You have to build your own little rhythm. Listening to terror all day eats at you, breaks you down slowly. I've seen it happen. New masks come in wide-eyed and curious, and by a month or two, they're breaking rules or just gone. And she's been there for 8 months? Holy crap.
Damn. After a certain
This
point,
chick's a psycho.
bro, after a certain point, I'd be like sneaking in an Airbud. I'd be sneaking in an Airbud, right? Oh yeah, I'll be listening to Haunted Router and Creepcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd be sitting there like, I was just listening to my story, ooh, and then like the screaming would stop or whatever. I just wouldn't care. There was nothing that can make me care about these people screaming at all. I'm like, oh, you want me to test Google's Gemini screams out for 80 hours and listen to it? Sounds fair to me, dude. And Elon Musk dropped a new anime girl, and we're gonna hear how incels torture her. Oh, okay, I'll listen to that. Whatever. Like, there's no way
These are all really good hypotheses for what this is, by the way. Like, you just... My routine is pretty straightforward at this point. I get in at 6:45 a.m. sharp, same elevator, same gray carpet, same cubicle by the fire exit. I don't speak to anyone. It's safer that way. Chatter is dangerous for me and whoever's already picking up calls. At 7 a.m., my phone activates. The light goes on. Not a ring, never a ring. Just the light. Blue means wait. Red means answer. And when it's red, you answer. You do not greet them. You don't ask questions. You just listen. And what you hear, well, they're always running. Always hiding. Always being chased by something they can't quite describe. A little boy whispering, saying something's scratching at his door. His mom won't wake up. A woman panting, saying she's in the stairwell. Something is coming up behind her fast and the police aren't answering her calls anymore. A man with a crushed voice locked in a closet. He mutters that he hears footsteps pacing back and forth right outside, stopping every time he breathes. Different voices. Same panic. Some of them say they're in a hallway or a small bedroom or under a sink. Sometimes they describe this building, the call center. They'll mention glass double doors, or the color of the carpet, or the smell of the coffee from a nearby break room. Sometimes they'll describe the workers.
You have a mask.
They'll say.
Black gloves, I know you. You can help me.
Then they scream. I would shit my fucking pants if somebody said that into the phone. We're not supposed to react. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I would think? You know what I would think? It's pretty gay of you. Quit being so gay.
Maybe like,
stop it! You're being real cringe right now, brother. I wouldn't say that. In my head, I'd be like, you don't fucking know me. You think you fucking know me? You don't fucking know me. Get out of my hood, brother.
That's what it is. That's what it is. They're testing you. They're like, they'll just say anything to try to get you to talk, and they're like, I know who you are. Black mask, black gloves, and you're like,
you said that. See, I'm like, you're not getting taken away, my Bagutti.
almost got me.
You don't take away my Bagutti. Yeah, it's not happening, brother. I need to get my Louis Vuittons and my Gucci thong. I'm a high class lady.
Chanel bag.
Yeah.
My friend has a Chanel bag. I need to at least match her drip.
I don't care. I don't care if you know what kind of gloves I'm wearing. You don't know how lacy and silky these panties are on my butt cheeks. While they clap.
If
they
everybody
clap
is
afterwards.
spectacularly dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Just with the masks on. We're not supposed to react. Not even a twitch. I've gotten pretty good at it. Neutral face, steady hands. A woman once asked me to sing to her while something chewed its way through her front door. I didn't, but I wanted to. It sticks to you. Even after the call ends, especially then. We all handle it differently. Food, puzzles, fidgeting, anything to let out the tension. To cope, I sketch what they describe. Not out of interest or enjoyment, just release. Macabre maybe, but it makes the images leave my head a little faster. Dark figures, tall shadows, doorways broken and bloody. A lot of staircases. And then, just when I start to forget, the light turns red again. The first few days were the hardest, but then my first check came in.
Yeah, brother.
After just 1 month, that pay. After just 1 month on the job, I paid off my student loans.
Bro, how do I get this job, brother? How do I get this job?
This just changed everything.
Yeah, dude. I will listen to Cthulhu ramming your butthole for eternity if that means that I gotta pay off my house in a week. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You're telling me I would be like, oh, Dada's buying a yacht. Dada's buying you a yacht.
Wait a minute, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, because if they're paying, if it's like in 1 week they give everybody everything that they need to pay off, like not everybody has everything they need to pay off, of course, and stuff like that, but generally, like if it's that much in one paycheck, it kind of makes sense that people are only staying here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. They'd probably dip out. They're like, I don't want to deal with this. But like,
maybe this is an experiment on the people then.
I think it is. I really do think this is an experiment. No, absolutely.
The call center people. Okay.
Yeah, I think it is an experiment, but I think that it's also like it is and it isn't. Maybe the line goes to like every time somebody calls, like the cops or something, or after nobody's answering them, it's just their last things. The phone rings them. What if the phone rings them and they answer it while they're dying and it's their last?
Like a call back from a mysterious number.
Yeah. So the cops they call the cops, they call everything else, and then they call that, or this is just the.
Yeah, that's macabre, dog.
Or it's just the dispatch for Detroit.
Yeah. This is just Flint. Right?
This is just Flint, Michigan. Detroit. They're like, I need you to come. There's a shooting. Please, they got my children.
You know what's crazy is with how many of these like little like one sentence horror stories are in here. This is us. This is me and you. We're sitting in the call center listening to all of these calls of desperation and supernatural terror and serial killers and shit like that coming in.
And we're just calling them pussies.
Yeah. We've already failed this job forever.
While my camera is my camera's so mad at me the whole time, it's trying to give up. It's like, you are too much of an asshole. You're too much of an asshole. You need to rein it back in, compadre. And so it blurs my face. I'm like the censored part of like Japanese porn.
It's the ripping leash. It's like, no more ripping. That crushing weight finally lifted. I felt like I could breathe again. A month later, I bought my first car. Used, but reliable. Then I paid off my credit card debt. For the first time in years. The numbers in my bank account weren't a burden I needed to figure out. Now, I live in a multi-bedroom loft right in the city. The kind of place with exposed brick walls and big windows that let in way too much sunlight. I'm driving the car I used to drool over in magazines, the one I thought I'd never afford. The money washes away the guilt at this point. Base. Synthetic manufactured guilt. Like a fresh coat of paint covering the grime beneath. Except the grime is just as processed as the paint at this point. Maybe that was the whole point all along. Just an expensive, extravagant experiment. A cold, corporate bet that people will do almost anything for the right amount of cash, even if it means listening to fake snuff calls for hours on end. That's what I told myself. The calls were just noise. Background static to the paycheck. Until I heard something I never expected. It was a Tuesday afternoon. I was halfway through my shift, eyes drifting between a crossword puzzle I'd started yesterday and the dull glow of my screen. I was a little hungover, my head still fuzzy from last night's bad decisions. Maybe that's why I was so caught off guard. Maybe this is why I made this horrible mistake. The phone turned red. I picked up instinctively, my eyes still fixed on the crossword puzzle.
Hello? Is anyone there? I need help.
The voice was faint, but unmistakable. It was her. Mabel. For a split second, I forgot where I was. Thought maybe I'd picked up my personal phone by mistake. My heart started to hammer.
Mabel!
I whispered before I could stop myself. Oh, shit. The room was quiet. Not just the usual quiet of the call center, but something heavier, thicker, like the room was holding its breath. I felt eyes on me. Dozens of masked faces turned in my direction, watching, waiting. Yeah, again, like I was saying earlier, the nightmare fuel shit, like where you make one little breath and then all of the mannequins just turn their heads towards you. I don't like it. I felt my face go red as hot embarrassment washed over me. I ducked my head below my cubicle wall, phone still pressed to my ear. Shit, I was done. Then Mabel spoke again.
Wait, Ariana?
I wanted to hang up, but something stopped me. I just didn't understand. Why was Mabel on the line? I've heard hundreds of simulated voices plead and beg for a response. I never imagined it could sound like someone you know. I was already reaching to hang up, but she said something strange. Something unexpected.
No.
She stammered, voice trembling with confusion. A cold shiver crawled down my spine. This wasn't the Mabel I knew. Then she started laughing. Not the white, friendly laugh I remembered. A manic, broken laugh. It didn't stop. I slammed the phone down. I spun around, heart racing. And there she was. A member of HR, standing just at the edge of my cubicle. Black mask, notepad in hand, expression unreadable. She motioned for me to follow. No words. Just a slow, deliberate walk towards her office. I sat down in the stiff plastic chair across from her desk, my mind still reeling. The call played on a loop in my head. The voice, the laugh, the way it sounded exactly like Mabel. I couldn't stop shaking.
You broke the rules, yes?
She asked flatly, scribbling in her notepad without looking up.
Yes, but... You understand this means you are terminated from the call center, correct?
She cut me off with such finality. It was like it was scripted. Like she was reciting lines from a procedure manual.
I recognized her.
I said.
The voice! I picked it up, my own phone by accident. I thought maybe it wasn't even a...
That made her pause. She looked up for the first time. Her eyes were sharp behind the mask, almost disappointed. Or was it fear?
You thought what? It sounded like someone I knew, a friend of mine.
She didn't write anything down now, just stared at me.
When you first applied to the job, you answered 2 questions. Do you remember them?
I hesitated. My stomach turned.
They asked if I was good under pressure and if I knew anyone that worked here. And how did you answer them? I said no to both.
She stared a moment longer, then slowly ripped a sheet of paper from her pad and slid it across the desk.
You are hereby terminated from this experiment. You can collect your final check at the location printed on this slip. You've also been granted a severance equivalent to a month's salary.
I blinked at her.
Wait, that's all?
She didn't respond, just went back to typing, like I wasn't there anymore. No explanation, no follow-up about the call, no mention of what I heard, just a polite termination and a severance bonus. I grabbed the paper without reading it and stomped out, past the rows of silent masked employees, past the flickering overhead lights and out into the daylight. I was halfway to my car when I realized I hadn't even removed my mask. I didn't look back. I felt everything over the next few days. Sadness, anger, confusion. Like my body kept going through the motions, but my mind was stuck in a loop. That voice on the other end of the call, the thing that sounded like Mabel. I didn't know what I was supposed to believe anymore. On the second day, I caved and called her, straight to voicemail. That was weird. We were supposed to hang out next weekend, maybe grab drinks and vent about the call center. Mabel never ghosted me, not even when she was sick or pissed or going through it. Something was off. By the third day, I decided I need to get out of the house, clear my head. The address they gave me for my severance package wasn't far, so I drove out. It led me to a hotel, one of those upscale downtown places with giant flower arrangements and staff that wore gloves. This is so bad.
Yeah, she's scared.
It's going to be in room 1408.
Dude, it's going to be in room, she's getting plowed by Andrew Tate, and
Yeah,
it's totally consensual.
I bet she starts seeing a bunch of stairwells in here.
Dude, it's just no elevator. It's like Big Bang Theory, bro. The elevator doesn't work.
It's gonna be a bunch of stairways and creepy shit that she was hearing through the phone calls.
Ooh, brother, ooh.
One of those. Oh wait, I didn't even see a front desk. Just a wall of private mailboxes near the back. The code they gave me worked. The lock clicked open, and inside was a check, neatly folded like it had been printed. I left and crossed the street. Oh shit! All right, never mind. Went to the parking garage where I'd left my car. As I reached the elevator, I paused. There was someone standing on the sidewalk a little ways down, right outside the garage entrance. Big blonde hair, fur coat, tall boots. Mabel? I stepped forward without thinking, just a few feet, enough to get a better look. That's when I saw it wasn't her. Not really. The thing looked like Mabel if she'd been made from melting wax. Too tall, limping slightly. Her skin hung off her face in folds, sagging like old leather. Her mouth was slack. Her eyes. Oh God, her eyes. Two hollow pits ringed with tiny, sharp teeth. Her hands were worse. Loose skin, twisted fingers bent at angles that didn't make any sense. And yet people kept walking past her like she wasn't there. They moved around her, avoided bumping into her like she had a presence. She took up space, but no one looked. Not directly. They didn't see her. Not really. If they did, they would have been as terrified as I was. The elevator behind me dinged and the doors opened. I ran inside, slammed the closed door button with shaking fingers. As the doors slid shut, I heard footsteps on the concrete. Slow, deliberate, getting closer. Too close. I didn't look. I didn't want to see her again. The elevator dropped me off a few floors up. I got in my car and drove fast. Too fast. Every red light felt like a trap. Every time I glanced out my window, I expected to see her there on the sidewalk, moving along in a slow, rhythmic motion like a snail wearing human skin. I called a few friends on the way home just to hear voices. I didn't tell them what I saw. Didn't want to sound insane. But I felt insane. All those desperate calls I've been ignoring month after month, of people screaming and crying and begging, and now it's like the floodgates were opened. Everything's pouring in at once. Maybe I was having a breakdown. That's what I kept telling myself. Listening to pain and anguish every day will do that to you. I just needed rest, some air, maybe a little trip. I had money now, enough to disappear for a few days, clear my head. And if I still didn't feel right afterward, I'd find a therapist. God knows I probably needed one anyway. I took a detour from my apartment elevator to stroll through the lobby. I wanted to grab a few snacks from the shop beside the front desk before settling in for the night. I needed a bottle or two of something strong to drown out the sadness from my termination from the call center. I was crossing the front desk when I caught sight of something in the corner of my eye. I turned, and there it was again. Mabel, walking toward me from the lobby entrance. She was right, she was following her the whole time. She had that feeling. She was driving faster than Mabel was walking, but she had to stop eventually. The sight gave me chills, and that feeling passed quickly. I felt steadier after the drive, more level-headed. I wasn't afraid, I was annoyed. This wasn't real. It had to be some elaborate prank or a figment of my imagination. Either way, it couldn't hurt me. I just needed to prove it to myself. Hell yeah, dude. Narrator
Yeah.
just walking right up on the monster, dude. Like,
Dude, I hope she like boots Mabel's. I just picture Mabel looking like the guy from RoboCop. Yeah, you know, the melted RoboCop guy.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he came
Robocop.
out of there.
I
He
didn't
came
know
out.
what you said.
Help me! And he's like all sludged, his face is dripping, and then he gets hit by the car, and it just turns into misted blood. I just want her to punch Mabel so hard she turns into misted blood. If this story gives me that, that would be.
Dude, she's supposed to look all like freaky deaky and stuff. I mean, it's kind of crazy that she's just like stepping up to her.
Yeah, I mean, I'd punch the slime right off of that bitch. Like, come here, you slimy whore.
Well, that's maybe what it is. Maybe she's just like cold-blooded from all these months of working at the call center. This just doesn't affect her at all.
You're like, take a roundhouse to the dome. Your face is already falling off. I'm gonna knock that head off. Remember that Chanel purse? I'm gonna put your head in that Chanel purse. You goon bag.
Your face is falling off your skull, and you got like eyes where your teeth are and stuff. Like, she's like, I've heard this described to me like 17 times. My God. She's like, they haven't coming up with anything. All right, so I looked around. Everyone else was walking past. I held my hands out, desperate.
Really? Nobody else is seeing this?
I took a few deep breaths and started toward it.
Hey, sir! Why are you following me?
I called out. The thing didn't say anything, just kept lurching forward. I stopped a few feet in front of it. The smell hit me first. Sour, rotten. I winced at the sight of the bloated figure writhing and convulsing under its cheap Mabel disguise.
Do you hear me? This isn't funny, creep! I'm going to get security!
A mouth. It tore open from the thing's stomach and bit off the finger I was waving at its chest. Just like that. Gone.
Oh my God, we got oh, it's the thing, brother. Oh, it's the thing. Let's go, dude. Sorry, I derailed, but I just get so excited thinking about my boy Kurt Russell is gonna show up in his weird little Antarctic garb and make some big trouble in Little China.
Dude, its stomach opens up into a mouth. Everything on it's just mouths. Its eyes are its mouths.
Yeah, I like it, dude. That's the best way if you're gonna be out there and you're gonna be a monster, dude. Just take as much inspiration from the greatest horror film ever made, The Thing. I'm sorry, nothing else is as good as The Thing. The Thing is, like, Among Us, the movie, is the greatest movie ever made.
Among Us, the movie, oh yes. I staggered back, screaming, clutching the bloody stump where my finger used to be. It kept limping forward. I screamed louder, begging for help. No one looked. No one even paused. I turned and bolted towards the stairs, blood dripping behind me. I was halfway up when I heard the stairway entrance slam open. It was coming. I reached the floor and sprinted down the hall, fumbled my key out of my purse with trembling, bloody hands. Got the door open, locked it behind me. I backed away until my spine hit the wall at the other end of my apartment. Here we fucking go.
Oh, let's go, dude!
And started dialing 911 with my good hand. Ringtone. Then silence. No connection? I checked my service, full bars. This didn't make any sense. I called friends, family, my hairstylist. Nothing. No ringtone. Just silence. I cursed and rushed to the people. Nothing out there. Not yet. Just a wide, empty hallway. Blood was getting everywhere. I could feel my heartbeat in my hand from all the pain and swelling. I stumbled into my bedroom, wrapped my finger to stop the bleeding, and popped a few painkillers. Based. Once that was taken care of, I sat at my desk and opened my laptop. Tried to get online. Email, social media, anything. This bitch is checking her emails while she's got the thing hobbling after her. This lady is unfazed. She sounds... I think that she's only, like, telling us she's afraid to make herself sound more relatable. I think she's just cool as a fucking cucumber this whole time.
Or maybe she's using a cucumber for some other means.
There's a reason why she's cool as a cucumber.
This is terrifying.
Blank screen. No connection. I sat down and cried. I didn't understand what was happening. Something was wrong. Not just with that thing in the hallway, not just with me. Reality itself was broken. No one could hear me. No one could reach me. No one cared. I was isolated, trapped, food for something that wore my friend's skin. Maybe that was all that was left of her. Then, it was here. I heard a few limping footsteps outside the door. The light underneath the front door was stifled by something large standing outside it. I held my breath, waiting. But nothing happened. It just sat there, doing nothing. I grabbed a knife and waited. It was bound to come in at some point, but it didn't. Hours passed. It was well into the night and the shadow was still there. It didn't make sense. I fumbled for my phone. I needed to get in contact with someone. I knew it was futile, but I had to try again. But then I heard something. Not from the phone, but from the door. It was Mabel.
Hey, Adriana, I'm here. I need your help.
I didn't move. I didn't speak. It was her voice, but it sounded wet, guttural, like it was her whispering through the mouth of a corpse.
There is near me. Say something, anything. I need to know you're okay.
It was monotone, no concern in its voice. I carefully walked to my bedroom. Then, a loud bang.
Get walk away from me, Adriana. Talk to me.
The voice was deeper now, less Mabel, something else. I pushed my door closed with a soft click and covered my ears as a barrage of loud bangs broke out across the apartment. I heard them everywhere. My door, the ceiling above, the windows facing the city below. The sound passed after an hour. My body was so tired at this point, partly exhaustion, partly the blood loss from my missing finger. I barricaded my door, clutched my phone, Zoomer, and rested my eyes in the empty bed. I slept maybe an hour or two before something woke me. I sprang up and looked toward the bedroom door. The shadow was under my bedroom door now. It had somehow gotten into my apartment. It was standing there the same way it had outside, but now it was here. I realized I couldn't escape this thing. Whatever it was going to get me. Slowly, but surely. Don't call me Shirley. It had no issue entering my apartment. It would have no problem breaking into my room. Maybe it was just toying with me. Maybe it enjoyed the chase. I felt panic wash over me.
Leave me alone.
I screamed. I heard a soft laugh break out just outside the door. I returned to my phone, Zoomer, started calling everyone in my contact list again. Silence every time. Like the world outside my apartment building just vanished. Then I realized something. I realized the silence didn't mean the calls were failing. They were going through every time. No ringing, no static. Just quiet. Someone on the other end was always there, always listening. It was the call center. Every call I made was routed straight back to the center. I only figured it out because of a tiny, almost imperceptible sound, one you'd miss if you weren't desperate enough to listen for it. A spoon scraping the bottom of a plastic parfait cup. Debbie, from work.
Debbie?
I said into the phone. No response. Of course not. Debbie wasn't her name, just the one I gave her. None of us knew each other's names. That was how they designed it. Masks, code numbers, shift schedules that barely overlapped.
Hey, I know you. Well, not know you, but we work together. Please just say something. I think you can help me.
Still nothing. That's when it hit me. They wouldn't answer, ever. They couldn't. We don't speak, not to them. It didn't matter what I said, how much I begged and cried. And could I really blame her? I ignored hundreds of calls just like this. That is when I broke. I started laughing. Loud, cracked, borderline hysterical. The same kind of laugh I heard from Mabel that day she realized the truth. That she was calling the same people she sat next to every day. That none of us said a word, not when it mattered. It was real. All of it. Real people, real demons. God, those poor people. Men, women, and children. The poor children. The creature outside was quiet during my breakdown. Maybe it enjoyed my pain. Maybe it was hoping I'd walk out still broken right into its jaws. Once the laughter died and I steadied my breathing, I felt a strange mental clarity. Could have been the painkillers or sleep deprivation. Either way, I had an idea. If they respond, the creature moves on. That was my theory. I never got confirmation from Mabel, but she had tried it. She screamed into the phone until someone broke the rules, and the thing left her alone. At least that was the hope. I needed to get someone to answer, to break the rules, like Mabel did, like I did. I racked my brain for anything I knew about the people I worked with, something, anything that could crack their armor. Then it hit me. Martha. She was always working during my shift, the one with the crossword puzzles and clacking acrylics. The only reason she came to mind was because I knew something about her I shouldn't. We do our best to hide our identities, but every now and then something slips out. A phrase, the flash of a text on your personal phone, the hint of a tattoo. Her mistake was much more telling and easy to forget. One day I saw a brochure sticking out of her purse. Assisted living facility. I recognized the name. My mom had looked into it for my grandfather once. Nice place, private rooms, big windows, expensive. Probably why Martha took the job. I grabbed the phone. I started dialing. Random numbers, cold calling the call center. Over and over. Same silent line, same hollow wait. I listened for her. I waited for the familiar tap of nails on the cheap plastic desk. Fast, plasticky little clicks. Call, hang up, nothing. Was Martha even on rotation today? How long is this demon gonna give her, dude? This is not a chase sequence at all anymore.
The demon's just sitting there, Jesus Christ, I gotta get to Pilates. Oh
yeah,
my God!
He's like,
Kurt Russell is going to kill me at any time. Kurt Russell will kill me. This is getting ridiculous. I'm gonna miss the early bird special in about 15 minutes if this bitch doesn't come out of this door.
He's even hoping she gets a hold of Martha at this point because he's starting to get bored.
Just answer, nail clicky lady. I am so sick of standing outside.
Outside the room, the door handle started to twitch, a soft rattle, like someone trying to figure out the lock. No, don't do that now.
It's too late.
This is not a rate. Yeah, it's way too late for that. It would be in here soon. Then I heard it, the clacking of nails. I prepped the script in my mind. I had one chance. Do not let you... Anyway. Hello? Oh, that's you.
Hello.
Put him in. I said in the calmest voice I could manage. No answer. I take another shaky breath before continuing.
I'm calling because your family member at Woodbrook's in the middle of a situation here.
I hope this was the right angle. During my time working there, every call was frantic, desperate, just like me. But I couldn't show it, not if I expected this to work. Nobody at the call center would expect something so calm and collected. The clacking stopped. I had her attention. Now I needed to drive it home.
Sorry to call this line. Someone at the call center said it was your work line. I just need to confirm some information. Let's start with your last name.
I bit my tongue as the door began to unlock. It creaked open slowly. The barricade of furniture slid across the floor like it was a pile of empty boxes. I put my hand over my mouth to stifle a scream. What stood there wasn't wearing Mabel's skin anymore. That was gone. Slowed off like wet clothing. God. Good one, author. Every time, man, they throw in some big word right there at the end.
Poor Ben. Poor Ben.
Damn it, dude. I had such a good record. What remained was something raw. A bundle of dark flesh. Tentacles and mouths writhing in slow, desperate motion. Oh, I'm starting to get a reaction. Snapping, smacking, clicking wetly against each other. Oh, Jesus. They turned toward me slowly. The bundle of wiry flesh writhed toward me in unison. I closed my eyes and tried to keep my voice level.
Ma'am, this is an emergency. If I don't get a directive right now, I will need to call 911.
I felt warmth descending upon my face. 100 little mouths breathing on my skin in anticipation. Ew. Then she spoke.
Is my mom okay?
She asked. The sound of her voice felt like a lifeline being caught in the middle of the ocean. I opened my eyes. To my surprise, the thing was gone. I caught just the tip of a black tendril vanishing around the corner toward my front door. That's like a goofy way for it to go out. Flittering out the door, like, it should have just disappeared.
I actually like
so
that.
funny.
I actually like the visual of it just like scrambling out of that. Like you just see it just slimes its way out. I like that visual. If it just disappeared, that would be kind of. I don't know. It's too cliche. I like that it goes around the side.
Maybe if we saw it like pull like rip back away and
that would have been way cooler.
Fast,
it's just like
really cool because this is just like a little cattail around the door. It's almost cute. Just a little tip of a black tendril.
Yeah, and like the tendril breaks part of the doorway, and it's like trying to stay. That would have been cool, dude. It just grabs onto the edge.
It's like, we had so much time to eat this, bitch. Why didn't you?
This was my time!
I grabbed the phone again.
Listen, this isn't Woodbrook. I used to work with you. Something's coming for you. The call center. It intercepts your calls. You need to get someone to respond.
The line went dead. I stood there useless. I didn't even know her name. Didn't know what she looked like. And yet, I may have just sentenced her to a fate worse than what happened to me. Or Mabel. I felt sick. I didn't leave my apartment for weeks. I needed time to process everything. I'm in a better headspace now. You can thank a lot of expensive therapy for that. I got into this job for the money. I didn't care about the calls. I told myself they were fake, but that was a lie. The truth is, I was desperate. I don't know if I would have taken the job if I had known what was really going on. Honestly, I probably still would have. That's what scares me. But now, I have a new purpose. A better one. I'm going to end the call center. I don't know how yet, but I'm working on it. I owed it to Mabel and Martha. I don't care if I go broke, if I lose everything. There are more important things than money in this life. And this place is going to learn that the hard way. Until then, you've been warned. Don't accept a job from the call center that ignores desperate people. Real people. Scared people being chased by a real threat. I managed to make it out, but most people won't be so lucky. Most people will be hiding in their homes, crying, pleading, begging a bunch of corporate morons in masks to save them from something truly evil. But if you already work in a place like the call center, it isn't too late. If you can help, help. Don't sit idly by and listen to injustice. Don't let corporations tell you it's all synthetic garbage. Use your own judgment. Be kind. Be curious. You may just save someone's life.
Fantastic story, but I do have one caveat. I'm gonna poo-poo a little bit. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to just slime my butthole on top of this? If getting somebody to talk saves you, why did Mabel become a skin suit? Oh, massive plot hole. Incredibly huge.
Right.
Incredibly huge plot hole.
Mabel just like disappeared.
Yep.
There wasn't really like a... You're right.
No, massive plot hole. Massive plot hole, which is okay. Sometimes that shit happens. But I do think that is a big plot hole.
I have a weird theory. No, never mind. There's no way. Because she got the call from Mabel. And yeah, so Mabel's gone. I was like, what if it wasn't even actually wearing Mabel? Like, what if it was like just fucking with the Ariana, our narrator, and maybe just like screwing with her head? But no, I'm pretty sure that it ripped all of Mabel's innards out and was puppeting it around.
That or like she slips into a slip dimension, but she would have brought up Mabel at the end, right? Like if it was like messing with her and it was a slip dimension, she would have brought it up here.
She would
have hit it with reality. So, like, here's the thing. It's a plot hole that for me, it kind of bothered me a bit.
Yeah, all of these people are going missing, but nobody's really saying anything. Like, nobody, we haven't seen any of like the outside world influence. But this was also very supernatural. And like somebody says down here in the comments, I saw somebody was like, "This is a fantastic story. It's so symbolic." And I absolutely see that this is symbolic. This is like a debt company or something like that. People basically calling and being like, "You people are fucking monsters who are like taking everything from me," and stuff like that. And they're just paid well to sit there and listen to these people and then just hang up on them eventually once they get what they need from them and move on to the next person.
Okay, so there is OP does respond to a few things. All the calls, even in language or in any other language than English, do callers have foreign accents? Blah blah blah. And then it's like, good question. During orientation, they mentioned the call center was localized region, so that's something. I don't really. The one
this is worldwide.
Yeah, and it looks like OP has like This is some bizarre type shit. It feels like someone at the top is using a structure to keep themselves from being targeted. The thing that shouldn't be. Nice observation. I think you're getting dangerously close to the truth. There's definitely a reason the organization is willingly gives people to this thing. Have you heard from Mabel? No new leads. I visited her place shortly after the incident. The place was deserted but clean. It was as if she packed up and left, or someone cleaned up the mess. My guess is she skipped town after passing along the curse, but there are possibilities. Okay, so the author's kind of hinting that she's still alive.
That's right, because Mabel did pass the curse. That's right.
Yeah, so that was my question: is if Mabel passed the curse, why the hell is she the skin thing? What's going on?
It's like I think it's kind of like that scene in American Psycho where he gets that penthouse where he kills all of those girls in it, and later on when he almost feels bad, he feels like he needs to go back to the scene and like get something or clean something up, or maybe that's just where he's at for the week or something like that. And when he goes to the apartment, it's absolutely clean, like nothing happened there whatsoever. And there's a realtor showing off the apartment to some other people, and when he walks in, she looks at him specifically and she's like, you need to leave. You need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And there's something really there's something so weird about that fucking scene to me, man. Like to this day, there's more scenes like that in the novel than there are in the movie. But like there's one part where he bites into a candy bar and a human bone comes out of it.
Oh, really?
He almost cracks a tooth biting into like an almond joy or something. Yeah, and it's like a knuckle bone or something like that inside of it. There's all these like really weird magical realism almost moments that happen in the novel that's reflective of, and that's kind of what I see in the phone call story, is that this is like a huge mix of like psychosis and getting paid way too much money to do something that's you don't even know what the fuck you're doing, really. The OP does say that there's something about the call centers may have been set up to funnel infected people to this entity or something like that, though. Like if you at home are really interested, I encourage you to follow the link. And the Mythic Melon has left a lot more little crumbs through the comments section.
Yeah,
for
to be real, I think that this story could end right here.
Yes, I agree. It should end right here.
If you go into like, there's a part of me that wants this to go full chasm. I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me that wants it to go full chasm because I love that type of shit. I love let's lock, stock, and two smoking barrels. This is no longer the Evil Dead. This is Army of Darkness, baby. And there's a part of me that likes that.
She's got to like break back into the building somehow. She's got to find Mabel's card or something like that. Get back into the building. Kill the HR lady. Like HR lady must die. Wear her mask and use that as a way to funnel people.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No matter what they do, it's gonna be pretty cheesy. It's gonna be pretty cheesy. I don't know if there's a way to not make it cheesy. Like thinking about it, I think that if you're taking on an entire building, that's gonna be wackadoodle bananas mode. I just 100%.
It ended on the cheese, is where it ended. Mm-hmm. This is like the Velveeta commercial was beginning as it ended, where she was like, "And now that I'm out, I'm going back."
Yeah, it was very Terminator. It ended just like Terminator.
It just needed to. Like, hell yeah, you go.
You go, girl.
19-year-old college dropout. You go take down that giant eldritch corporation.
Exactly. But yeah, that was why I get paid to answer phone calls. I like that one. But let's move on to the next story. She's not my daughter. I don't know what the fuck she is. Ooh, nice edgy title from Top Gain. Nice edgy title. I like that.
And we've got a tag at the beginning for child abuse, so we'll see what you got.
We know this story's going to be wacky, dude. Every time there's that link, I'm like, here we go, brother. Time to get into some murky waters. But I like when the horror story has enough balls to kill a kid. Like, it's always terrifying.
Well, it says right here, she's not my daughter. Before we even get into the story, it wants you to emotionally distance from the thing that he's definitely going to club to death.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna 12 gauge it to the face, brother. It's gonna be like the game High on Life, where you just shoot the random child at the beginning of the game.
Visage. I'm not sleeping tonight. No way. She's humming again. Not a real song, just 3 broken notes. The same ones. Off key, repeating, over and over. Like a fucked up lullaby she made just to drive nails into my brain. She knows I hear it. She hums louder when I try to drown it out. She's in her room right now, door wide open, sitting on the edge of her bed, staring at the wall. Not moving, not blinking. She's been like that for I don't know how long. Time's slippery lately. I should explain, or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. My daughter, her name is Mia. She's 8. At least she was. I called her name last night,
Mia.
just like always. I wasn't even thinking. She turned real slow and said,
That's not what they called. That's not what I'm called now.
then she smiled. And it was not a human smile. It wasn't hers. It looked like someone who had seen a smile once and was trying to recreate it using the wrong muscles. Like the idea of smiling was floating somewhere behind her eyes, but nothing connected right. It made my stomach twist. I didn't say anything. I just walked away. That's kind of a theme lately. This didn't start last night or last week. It's been, fuck, I don't know, a while. Too long. My head doesn't work like it used to. Things smear together when I try to rewind. She used to draw, constantly. Little stick people, cats, bright suns and sunglasses, that kind of shit. Her art was all over the fridge, all over the walls. She was obsessed with coloring. Now she just sits, or hums, or stands outside in the rain and doesn't blink.
What a loser, kid.
No jacket, no shoes, cold mud up to her knees. I asked her once,
Why are you sitting out here, sweetie?
she looked up at me, face soaked, hair plastered to her forehead, and said,
Because I don't get cold anymore.
I tried to laugh.
Oh yeah? Since when?
She didn't laugh. Didn't even smile that time. She just said,
Since I stopped being her.
It's this is so fucking much. Imagine her
It's
having
so
this conversation out of the back door with the daughter standing in like torrential rain.
It's like a monsoon season. You can't even see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
What's
just
going
getting
on?
washed away behind her.
What are
It's
you
a
doing?
hurricane.
What are you doing
Yeah,
out there?
Bucko?
We got stage 5 coming. Hey, listen, pal. There's stage 5 coming. I'm not her anymore. Yeah, no, you're about to be fucking no one. You're gonna be dead. It's gonna throw you all
Like
the
a
way up to
traffic sign comes
Georgia.
and slams into her, and she just stands like just stock still.
Yeah, a truck hits her. It like flies through the yard, hits her, and it bounces off like she's Superman. I don't feel
just grabs it
pain
and
anymore,
like-
mommy.
It's the little shit that eats away at you. Shit like that. It doesn't. She doesn't. I'm already saying it. She doesn't blink unless she remembers to. She eats, but only if I put the food in front of her. She walks too lightly, like her feet aren't quite touching the ground. She's an elf. She talks differently now. Her voice still sounds like a little girl, but it's wrong. Like it's reading off of a script. No emotion, no rhythm, no connection between the words. It's like watching a puppet talk after the puppeteer cut the strings. Sometimes she calls me...
Oh, it's been the dad the whole time. In my head, I thought it was funnier if it was the mom. I don't know. I just like the idea of it being the mom.
I like it just being a very effeminate man now.
I don't like you, father, because you're pretty gay. You're a big little gay man, aren't you, father?
He's like, don't you say that to me, or I'll slap you silly. It's like fucking South Park. The South Park gay abusive dad is my favorite. Sometimes she says, oh yeah, sometimes she says,
Ham.
once she called me.
Host.
I didn't ask what that meant. I didn't want the answer. 3 nights ago, I woke up and she was standing next to my bed. I didn't hear her walk in. The floor didn't creak. She was just there. Her face maybe a foot away from mine, eyes wide open, too wide. They were black, no whites, no pupils, just bottomless black, like tar, sinkholes in her skull. I bolted upright so hard I nearly fell off the bed.
he's
I
just
picture him
he's just
hitting
got
it
a
so
supernatural
hard that he, like,
demon.
flips through the air. Yeah, yeah.
You got a
But
supernatural
that's when
demon child staring at him, and he's like,
he just somersaults a couple times off of the bed.
dude, he just poop maxes himself through the ceiling.
Max, yes.
What a goon bag.
She didn't move, didn't blink, didn't react. She just said,
You shouldn't have buried her so deep.
I told myself I didn't know what that meant, but I did. I remembered the lake. Oh shit, bro. I don't want to write this part. I don't. But it won't stop clawing at the back of my skull. I wake up with blood in my mouth from grinding my teeth. Last summer, Mia went missing for 4 hours. We were out by the lake like we always did every summer, a little trail in the woods. I was on a bench scrolling my phone. She was picking flowers. I looked up. She was gone. Not a sound, not a scream. Just gone. I ran. I screamed her name. I tore up and down the trail until my throat bled, called the cops, searched dogs, neighbors, the whole fucking cavalry. Nothing. Then, 4 hours later, she walked out of the woods, barefoot, soaked, but still smiling. She said,
I went in the water, but it wasn't cold.
they checked her. Not a scratch, no bruises, just wet. They told me kids wonder. But my daughter wouldn't have wondered, not like that. And she wouldn't have come back smiling. And she wouldn't have said what she said next.
Do we still have ice cream at home?
Like nothing happened. Like the woods didn't swallow her and spit out something else. I feel like this dad's just a little paranoid, man. I don't know who's the bad guy in this story, and I like that. Well, no, because he's seeing her, like, demonic.
Dude, I don't know. When your daughter comes back and she's like, ice cream, Papa! I want ice cream! It's been 6 days. What are you doing? Why are you so wet? What is going on? Her head just keeps spinning on a rotation. And
Ice cream, Papa!
And they're like, here she is. You take her home.
Kids are weird sometimes, bucko.
Yeah, kids just do that. Sometimes their heads just spin around a couple times and they want ice cream. Now, I don't think she ever came back. I don't think what walked out of the trees that day was her. I think I know what I did. I just can't say it. Not yet. But she keeps saying things. I played her favorite song once, the one she used to dance to as a baby.
Itsy bitsy spider.
I did the hand motions just to see if she remembered. She stared through me like I was a stranger on a subway. And then she whispered.
He's not enjoying anymore.
I asked her what that meant. She said,
He lives in me now.
Dude, she's a spider's flesh puppet, bro.
I like this, the deadpan creepiness in just these like little short sections of this story. It's so good. Like it makes it so funny.
Oh, bro, this is
really
hilarious.
It's scary. It's really creepy at the same time, but it's so funny that I'm just picturing being like, okay, and then he just turns back away from her, and then a few days later something else happens. And he's like.
Yeah, this one has got me to where it's like brother's trying pretty hard right here. He wants me to be very scared of this child, but you just said a spider crawled up its butthole, so I don't know.
We both agree that he definitely killed his daughter and buried her in the woods.
Oh,
right?
100%, dude. He was
100%.
like,
Okay, that's where
I
it's
think he
going.
murdered his child, and now it's back, and he was like, oh shit, dude, I was totally going to be a single happy man again, and now, like, this guy's the type of guy who's like, you're telling me I can't go clubbing now, and I gotta keep raising you? Dear God.
He comes home from the club with like some drunk lady, and like his daughter is just standing in the corner with her eyes all like this big, and like
he just puts a
pitch black.
lampshade over her head.
as they're like walking past,
He
he's
walks-
like, just ignore it, honey, just ignore it.
Just ignor that thing.
She did that.
But that's a child. No, I would have
No,
called that.
it isn't. It's a spider.
It's a spider.
Thing, or whatever it's called. Lake spider. Just go. Just go.
Trust me, I already killed it once.
And she's just like, oh, okay.
You know.
Tonight's the worst it's been. She's standing in the hallway again, necks twisted, head tilted like a dog that hears something high-pitched. Her mouth is twitching, jaw moving like it's chewing on something invisible. Her hands are clenched. She hasn't blinked in maybe 10 minutes. Just standing there, watching, waiting. For what? I can't sleep. I won't. Because I know if I blink too long, she'll be closer. She doesn't want to pretend anymore. She doesn't need to. She knows I remember. If anyone finds this, if I go missing, if there's blood on the walls or my face on the news, just know I didn't hurt her. She was already gone. She's not my daughter, not anymore. She never came back from that lake. I think maybe I put her there. I think maybe I had to. And now something else is here, in her place, in my house, in her clothes. It's watching me type this right now.
Dude. My wife, one of the things that says, has she been vaccinated recently? I think there's a vaccine for that now, or for what she's experiencing. Either way, I'd recommend family therapy. Is your wife in the picture? Any relatives nearby? A strong social safety net.
Oh my
Can't
god, dude,
hurt.
his answer is crazy.
Yeah,
though.
his answer
my
is
wife is in the lake as well. Dude, okay. Like I wanted to say, like the top comment, the like, "Are you safe right now? Please get out of there and find help." His reply comment is so weak right here, where it's like she left the room right after I published this. I haven't gotten the courage to go look for her. It's like that's like we just did that with the call center, where it's like she's like publish it, and he's like, okay, all right, fuck, I put it up, and she's like, okay, and just walks off. No, let's not continue right there.
I do think it's
like
funny. The best response was the response to the wife's in the lake, and this one guy's like, well, maybe if you hadn't killed your wife and daughter, buried the evidence or bodies or whatever in the lake, by the sounds of it, then something wouldn't be haunting you in your daughter's body. Like, maybe don't murder your family. Have you tried not being an asshole?
Thanks, commenter. That's so constructive, bro.
Dude, actually love that. It's like, have you tried not being a dickhead? You deserve this so much for murdering your family. Dude.
Buried the evidence or bodies or whatever in the lake is awesome.
Yeah. Dude, just like, you murdered your family. What am I supposed to do with this information other than you deserve this? You wanted to use your daughter as a lampshade. You wanted to have her like taxidermied and put in the living room. So I don't think you getting haunted is the worst thing that could happen to you, pal.
Yeah, it seems very much like he brought this on himself.
Oh,
absolutely.
1,000%. Brother was cooked. He deserved all of this. He deserves all the shame.
Something I would like to see from Top Gain is this post. The TV channel 557 that's been removed from NoSleep also carries the child abuse tag. This guy seems to have a wheelhouse. But I would like to see this story. If you want to repost this over on Haunted Router, there's a very good chance that we'll get to it, because I like your writing.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
And again, thank you so much for letting us read it. Resbeer Creepypasta. The name will be somewhere around this area.
Yeah, for sure.
I got it tattooed on my body already.
Mm-hmm. Right next to his Andrew Tate tattoo.
Right next to the 18 brand.
But yeah, no, I hope I actually am a big hater of NoSleep. I don't know if I've told you this. Not a fan. They will remove you for the most stupid reasons. So I really think that more people need to post. Like, there's 3 places that I have found that are consistent for letting you post, right? And I'm gonna like give you guys all a little piece of advice here, and this is from somebody who's written shitty stories on the internet as well. 1, our place Haunted Router. We are not gonna mess with you. 2,
Number 1 place.
Creepcast, and then 3 Creepcast submissions. I know all 3 of those are pretty open to just letting you post whatever. I think they're cool. I like all 3 of those. And if you are having your trouble getting stuff on NoSleep, go to one of those 3. I don't know the main Creepcasts in and out. They've let me post stuff on there. So I know that they've been pretty cool, but I guess they do sometimes take stuff down. Creepcast submission, I have never had any trouble posting anything on, which isn't ran by the Creepcast guy, but it's like an extension. They kind of are jumping off of the idea that there is more freedom to post there. So okay. I do know those three. If any of the writers that we've talked about on this, or if you're a writer that likes listening to our stuff, definitely know those three are really good safe spaces. I guess r/series stories is pretty open. I haven't really done a lot with them, but I think I got pulled off of. I did get pulled off of one because they strictly do not want to be a first-person place, which I get. They were like, you started the story with that's more of a NoSleep thing. We want to be. They were trying to be the opposite of NoSleep. I can't remember which one that one was, but. I got pulled off of there.
That might be r/scary stories or creepy stories or something like that.
No, it wasn't either of those. It was like
okay.
It was another one. I have different Reddits for my computer and my phone for some reason because I never signed in legitimately on the computer.
Yeah, right.
So I can't check which one it was
on the computer.
But
what a rush today, though, man. We have two really good stories.
Absolutely, and make sure, guys, to rate us on Spotify. Give us a like and a comment on YouTube, and really, we love you all. Keep doing the Haunted Router. Keep posting on Haunted Router. Keep checking out and liking us, and let's get big, bro. I want to be on that BBC energy, bro. I want to be on the British broadcasting system so bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
did you think it was penis? Did you think this was what a sick-minded.
BBC, and I was okay.
You just wanted to sit and spin, Ben. I know what you wanted. All right, we'll catch you guys later. Deuces.